getting around in then? Yes. Thanks, guys. Now, a gin producer from Gateshead wants to open a national visitor attraction in the area based on the drink. Charlie Gibbs runs Steampunk Gin, less than a mile from the Angel of the North, and says gin is becoming as popular in England as whiskey is north of the border. Phil Chapman reports.
Dry January is possibly not the best time to be talking about gin, but Charlie Gibbs will talk about it anytime, any place, anywhere. And before the festive season, these empty warehouse shelves were full of his steampunk gin, and now Charlie wants to create a national museum to reflect the new passion for the tipple.
I think England's developing a gin culture in the same way as Scotland has its whisky culture. But there's a distinct lack of visitor experience for gin lovers, which is why this week I've launched a crowdfunder campaign to help get the National Gin Museum brought to the Newcastle Gateshead area. There's been a number of new producers sprung up over the last few years. Masons in Yorkshire springs to mind, Poetic Licence out in Sunderland, Heppel Gin in Northumbria, ourselves here in the Team Valley. This area, the whole of the north, is becoming a gin hotspot.
And plenty of Charlie's gin heads down the A1 to Lewis & Cooper, a specialist food and wine store in Northallerton. They've been trading since 1899, but they recognise a new drinking trend when they see one.
The explosion of gin started a few years ago when regulation changed and licences started to be given to people who wanted to distill on a smaller scale. So, olden days, 1800 hectolitre size stills were the norm. You went into a factory, pretty much you pressed a button and gin came out the other end.
Back up the A1 and plans are well underway for the National Gin Museum.
Newcastle gets 17 million visitors a year, so there's clearly a market for a new visitor attraction in the town, and this one perhaps is more oriented towards adults than the existing ones. I think it will be successful.
If the right venue comes up soon, Charlie plans to have the Gin Museum up and running by the end of the year. Phil Chapman, BBC Look North, Gateshead.